If this is your path, this is perfectly in the esoteric shastras. This is a perfect path. The Ramanandi Sampradaya is a very old Sampradaya, very, very old, and very, very bona fide. Very great sannyasis and gurus and Rasik Jan, Rasik people there. So the secrets of the Sampradaya I'm in Advaita Parivar. So we have many secrets that Nitai Parivar doesn't know. And Nitai Parivar has their secrets. But we're all Gaudiya Vaishnavas. In the Ram Leela, there is Madhura Rati. Madhura Rati means that, in this case, it's Swakiya. There's two types of Shringar Rati. There's two types of Madhura Rati. One is married, one is not married. So Ram is married. So there's Shringar Rati, there's Rati Keli. Everything is there in Ram Leela. And what are they doing in Chitrakoot? They were sleeping on flower beds. They were everything. I know. I haven't been, but I know much about Ramanandis. I like their path and the sadhus. One thing about Ramanandi sadhus, they're very pakka. Most of them. I mean, some good many do some chilam. That's their work. That's not my business. That has nothing to do with these things. But this Siddhanta, and there are two things to consider. The Siddhant, Sarana, Saran, Siddhant, Saran, and Sadhya. The foundational spiritual truths. Siddhant. Truth of perfect truths. Siddhanta, then the Saran means the path, the way they practice. Bhang or no bhang, or whatever. That's their method of practice. And then they're
officially they are not allowed actually. It's like because they're close to Shaivas and sometimes it happens. But
yeah, I sadhus, I only respect. I try to know a little something about. I don't know much about my own path. I really don't know much of my path. My Gaudiya Vaishnava path is very vast and deep, and what to speak of Gaur Tattva and Gaur Leela and Gaur Gadadhar Tattva. Very esoteric, way beyond my conception, way beyond my perception, or even my interest. But it's all part of Gaudiya Sampradaya. So what to speak at now, I don't even know. I only know, the 180 degrees. I only know about 40 degrees of my own path. And how can I say anything about anyone else's path? Unless I have a little bit of it. So the first thing I should do is be humble enough to realize I don't even know my own path. And how am I supposed to know your path? To make a comment. Well, that's a parade. That's offensive. That poor soul who said that has made serious sadhu ninda, Bhagavan ninda, Sampradaya ninda, Acharya ninda, Dham ninda. Yodhi is a Dham. And because of ignorance. When there's ignorance, they may be innocent. They're innocent people. They're basically innocent, nice. They're religious, pious. They're following a spiritual path, but they're ignorant. So when you're ignorant, you should keep quiet. But because of ego, when one has hankara, even though he's ignorant, he's compelled to speak. I know. I'm in this mission, in that mission. I really know. You are wrong. This is too bad. Kali Yuga means fighting, quarrel, kalaha. Kali Yug. Kali means Kaliya. Kala means black. Kala means time. Kala means art. Kali means art, and Kala means time. And Kali means black. But then Kalaha means to argue. We have in the Leela, we have Jagannath Leela, it's there in Jagannath Swami and Puri, and also in Krishna, it's called Prem Kalaha. This is mentioned in Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita, describing the Leela and Jagannath Puri. That Jagannath had Prem Kalaha. Jagannath, the Thakurji Murti of Jagannath, he had Prem Kalaha, right? Kalaha with Sakshi Gopal. The king of Puri conquered the South Indian king. There's Utkal, Kalinga Utkal. So Kalinga, the kingdom of Puri, I think it's called Kalinga kingdom. And Utkal Desh is south. It's south. So the king of Puri attacked the king of Utkal and defeated him. He was a Vaishnava king. And he worshipped Sakshi Gopal. He brought the deity of Sakshi Gopal to Puri. But the deity needs a Murti. Where to put the Murti? He puts him in a Jagannath temple. and right next to Jagannath. Like we see Radha Gopinath, and there's Gopal there, and in the temples you have all these Thakurjis on one altar, right? Even here in the Babajis. So then Jagannath, they put the Balia Bhog, the Mangalarti sweets in the morning for Jagannath, and then as soon as they put down, the Pujari starts to ring. Sakshi Gopal eats all the sweets, all the rasgullas, all the revelry, all the burfi, all the good stuff, Burfi, rasgulla, rubbery, And then Jagannath says, "Hey, Ari, you took all this. What is this, man?" He says, "Okay, you're a kid. You're a kid. Okay, I got these big arms. I can slap the crap out of you." It's like this guy, wasn't popular. So, Jagannath's there, and this little Gopal's down there. Hey, Gopal. 1 day no sweets, 2 days no sweets, 3 days no sweets. Hey, Gopal. So then he comes in a dream. Jagannath comes in a dream of the king, the Raj Guru. He says, "Look, Raj, do something." So then he moved him to 15 kilometers away from Puri, is Sakshi Gopal railway station and Sakshi Gopal temple. So this described there in Jagannath Leela that Jagannath and Sakshi Gopal had a prem kalaha. Radhi. So this is a Kali Yuga, so there's always quarrel. Kali means kalaha, the age of quarrel. So wives are always quarreling with husbands, and devotees are always quarreling with each other, and one mission is quarreling with the other. No one is saying, "Hey, I follow the Ramanandi line. You're from a Yodhya Dham. You live in a Yodhya Dham." I'm so fortunate to meet someone, have a darshan of someone from a Yodhya Dham.
I'm fortunate.
I pray that Sri Ram will bless me someday with his great mercy. It says in Skanda Puran, Ramchandra is he's speaking himself. He's speaking to Vibhishana in a Padma Puran. He said, Vibhishana is the brother of Ravana. He gave up his family line and he surrendered to Ram. And then Ramchandra said to Vibhishana, the brother of Ram, when he came, because Ram destroyed Ravana. Then he appointed Vibhishana to be the emperor of Sri Lanka. And at that time, then Vibhishana lay flat like Dandavats. He said, "Actually, Ram." And he paid Dandavats, and he held on to Ram's feet, Vibhishana. He put his right hand on Ram's right foot and his left hand like that. He was lying like this, and Ram was standing there. And he said, and then he went up on his knees, and Vibhishana is looking at Ram, and he said, "Ram, you're saying I'm the emperor. This Lanka is yours. You're the emperor. I'm your das, son of das." And at that time, Bhagavan Ramachandra said to Vibhishana, he said, Vibhishana, I declare that from this day on, that if anyone surrenders unto my feet, and he surrenders unto my feet, he says, "Oh, Bhagavan Sri Ram, oh Raghupati Raghava, oh Raghupati Raghava, oh Ramji, oh Bhagavan Sri Ram, I surrender myself fully to your lotus feet." If someone surrenders to me from the very day they surrender unto me, I promise I will protect them from all times, from everything. This is the promise of Bhagavan Ramachandra in Padma Puran. And this verse is in, maybe it's in Prabhupada's verse book, but it's in Prabhupada's books also. It's a famous verse. I can't remember the Sanskrit, please forgive me. This is the promise of Lord Ramachandra. And of course, Krishna told Arjuna, and the Gita and the Kurukshetra, Arjuna is a devotee of Krishna, and Vibhishana is a devotee of Ram. So what did Krishna tell him? Konteya pratijanihi, hey son of Kunti, Konteya pratijanihi, pratijanihi, na me bhakti pranashiti, na pran nashiti, nashati. Even it sounds like finished, You take your sword, pran nashati. Pran means life, nash means dead, finished. So Krishna tells Arjuna, I declare it boldly, anyone surrenders unto me, my bhakta, he will never perish. He will never perish.